Hey, welcome back to another episode of Headbanger's Closet. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Got a special episode for you guys today. This is going to be my first ever kind of pseudo album review, band review. I say pseudo because I'm not really going to do a great job, I don't think. I was going to tell you up front of reviewing an album and a band, but it's a band that I've been listening to probably about 2 months, maybe a little over 2 months now, and I really want you guys to kind of like check this band out and give them their due because they're really good. Guitar tone, I'm all about guitar tone. If the guitar tone is good, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to like the band. So before I get into what band it is, I kind of want to tell you guys how I found them, which is important. So on Instagram, I follow this account called K-Man Riffs. Letter K, Man Riffs, all one word. And I believe the dude might be overseas. And I say that because mainly every time I see his posts, it's always like 5:30 a.m. And I'm like, how is anybody up earlier than me right now? But anyway, so he does what's called a Full Force Friday. He puts out photos of all the noteworthy albums that were released that day, on that Friday. And he kind of gives a breakdown of what metal subgenres they are. And if it's a subgenre that I'm particularly into, I will go follow the band on Spotify. So when I get in the car and drive my hour and 15 minute each way to work, I can check them out. And that's what I did with this one. Band was called Hellripper. Found them on Spotify. As soon as I got in the car, hit play, started driving. Probably within the first 2 minutes of the first song on the album, I was like, this is badass. Listened to it with the album. Listened to it again a second time before I got to work, and I was hooked. These guys kick ass. Everything about it is great. Like I said, that awesome guitar tone, the vocals are killer, everything's killer. Hellripper is basically, I guess they classify it as a black speed metal band with black metal influences and speed metal influences. But to me, because I'm a thrash guy, it's thrash metal to me. Whatever. I don't subscribe to all the different subgenres of metal, from Dio to freaking Bathory. It's all metal to me, and I love it all. So anyway, I loved Hellripper, and the album in question is The Affair of the Poisons. Check out how badass that album cover is. You got the witches burning at the stake, got the evil priest. Up here, you got, the demon goat-looking thing presiding over the execution. How can you not dig this freaking album cover? If you're as old as I am, you remember the 80s when you went to the record store and you were looking through the records, and you might not have known what the band was or who, ever heard of them, but the album cover was freaking gnarly, so you had to buy it. This would have been in that category, in my opinion. So anyway, really cool heavy cardstock. It's not that cheap, flimsy crap. So before I kind of get into the rest of the album, Hellripper is basically one-man band. James McBain, he plays guitar, bass, drums, writes the lyrics. Dude's super talented. He's in a couple other bands, Lock Howell, Lord Rot, and Ratsy Reality. You can check all those bands out on Bandcamp. Sounds pretty good. But Hellripper, to me, is just a step above. Like I said, great guitar tone, crushing fast riffs, great vocals. The whole thing's awesome. They were formed in 2014. I think this is their, they've got 2 full lengths. They've got 2017's Coagulating Darkness, and then 2020, October, this album came out in October 2020, Affair of the Poisons. They've got a couple EPs and a whole bunch of splits. Really cool stuff. I've checked out most of what's on Spotify. It all sounds great. But Affair of the Poisons is like a step above. It's like that natural progression with the band. Everything is just taking whatever's great about Coagulating Darkness, and then the EP that I particularly really love, Black Arts and Alchemy. Whatever's great about those releases, it just is kicked up a notch on Affair of the Poisons. So let's take a quick look here, and we'll talk about the songs in a minute. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything. But definitely check them out on Bandcamp, because that's how we got the record. And check it out. I got the t-shirt. The Vampire's Grave t-shirt. Got on Bandcamp. came all the way from Scotland, was where Hellripper and James McBain hail from, which I think is really, really cool. Hold on a second, let me come on over here for a minute. So, trying to give you guys accurate information, so I got all the monitors working, all 3 monitors. So anyway, yeah, they're from Aberdeen, Scotland, so that's pretty cool. So let's check out the record. What all it comes with it. So first thing I noticed, and again, kind of a blast from the past, is the record company puts out the catalog. What all they got to offer. Again, not quite 80s, but in the 90s, when you buy a CD, you get a lot of these in the CD. And growing up in that time, that was kind of how you found out about a bands. I think I found out about Killswitch Engage and Shadows Fall that way. But record, you got all the lyrics, which his vocal styling is, black metal-esque in my opinion. So you're gonna need these at some point in time. So here's the record, standard black vinyl, pretty cool, real sleek. So right off the bat, there's a couple of things that kind of catch your attention when you're listening. When you listen to Hellripper. First thing is the crushing riffs, which they are very crushing, fast, catchy riffs. Kind of remind me, like I said, maybe early Metallica. With the catchiness of the riffs, you kind of find yourself maybe singing along to the riff. But to me, you really hear those Venom influences, and what stands out above all other influences, in my opinion, don't fucking leave a comment below, because I'm not a freaking expert on this. Don't be that guy. But to me, I'm hearing a lot of Motorhead. Vampire's Grave, one of my favorite songs on the album. A lot of Motorhead. Let's see, maybe Savage Blasphemy's got a little bit of Motorhead influences, but the album kicks off with The Affair of the Poisons, which is great. Then moves on to Spectres of a Blood Moon Sabbath, then Vampire's Grave, and then my favorite song on the record, Beyond the Covenant Walls. And throughout this album, there's a lot of kind of, again, I'm not an expert in this, I'm just a fan. Fans, not experts. A lot of metal-isms, I want to say. A lot of things you've heard before. A lot of like oohs and yeahs and yo and stuff like that. And first song, Affair of the Poison, kicks off with one of those. And my favorite one is from my favorite song, Beyond the Covenant Walls, song before, where the song starts and then you just kind of get a yo, and then that just riff kicks in, and it's just like, holy shit, this is freaking awesome. So I mean, it just kind of pulls you right in. Blood Orgy of the She-Devils. I mean, come on. With a name like that, it's going to be a fucking awesome song. So anyway, really, really dig this album. Like I said, I can't talk about it enough. If you like heavy metal, if you like thrash metal, give it a listen. You will not be disappointed. If you're a guitar guy, you will not be disappointed. Just please give this band, a shot. They're really cool. Again, I bought the stuff on Bandcamp, and I'm pretty sure James sent it to me himself, which is really cool. But give them a shot. They're a really good band, and I think you guys will like them, or else I wouldn't have done this video, because I said before, I don't listen to music that sucks. So, there you go. So anyway, without further ado, that's it. Hellripper, The Affair of the Poisons is the band. The Affair of the Poisons is the album. I've kind of had too many Coors Lights already. But The Affair of Poisons is the latest album. Give it a listen. You will not be disappointed. And we'll catch you guys next time. And again, appreciate you watching. See you guys later.